fans, welcome back to Thanks Beatings. I'm Mike Wilkes, joined again by my broadcast colleague, Dr. LeWife.
Hello, hello.
And once again, the third man in the booth, the always hard JP Harlow.
Let's get hard.
Already there, my friend. Now, let's just keep it moving.
This is a
Fans,
kid
you're
show,
about to
folks.
move into... Nobody told Terry that beforehand, but anyway, moving right along. Fans, we're in for six-man tag action.
That's three people on each side.
That is, you can do math. Very, very good.
Very good. A+ for JP.
David Kidd will be out here to give you that A+ here shortly.
Is it in the form of a sticker? Is it a smelly
I
sticker?
mean, fingers crossed, right?
They still make smelly stickers.
Well, we gotta ask David Kidd.
I don't know, David smell for some reason. I don't know if he makes them or they just come that way, but nonetheless, there you see David Kidd, the A+ wrestler there in the front, Eric Walker in the middle, the Chaotic Heart, and Jesse James, the Professor.
Now, how much chocolate milk do you think David Kidd drank this morning?
All of it.
All of it?
All of it.
You think he's a 2% guy or a 1% guy?
No,
I
full
feel
fat.
I feel like David's not picky about whatever he can get his hands on. You know, like I feel like he's the type of guy who just goes down the aisle and when he sees it, he just grabs it.
It's true, but David has been getting into incredible shape as of lately, so I think he might be a 2% guy. I think he's trying to get a little bit more protein in that nutrition of his.
There you go.
Wow. Well, I see that Jesse James also brought his secret stuff.
Well, Jesse's always got some type of stuff with him. I mean, that's a bad man right there. You want to talk about somebody who knows any type of way to hurt you, to put you out. Jesse James is one of those guys. Black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, skilled in Muay Thai.
Naga champion.
Naga champion, absolutely. He's got more accolades than I can list off right now. David Kidd, he's trying.
You know, I've been in the ring with Jesse James. You know, he is an elite competitor. Tap, nap, or snap. That is his motto, and that is his way of professional wrestling.
And it's worked out very well for him so far. I mean, Jesse's racked up his fair share of wins to take nothing away from Eric and David both. All three very, very strong competitors. But to both of you, I have this question. All three of those men's skills combined, is that going to be enough when they go up against this trio, the Texas Kingdom?
You know, the Texas Kingdom has been making quite the ruckus as of late here at the Hybrid Experience. They've been really stepping on the toes, especially that Don Fernando. They've been calling people out. They've been, honestly, calling their shot in a lot of ways to a lot of people. So tonight, we're going to see if all this talk pays off.
Oh, we see Don Fernando. He's been trying to get into this duo for a little bit. Last show, he made his bid to be part of the Texas Kingdom. Was not as successful when he was wrestling with the King, and now he is here with the Stud Stash and the King.
Gotta think that he's still hoping that application goes through, as Don Fernando still very much wanted to be a part of the Texas Kingdom. I mean, from everything we can see here, bringing up the rear, Stud Stash and King Rob Love to see them. Gotta think he's still desperately wanting these men's approval.
He has the plumage for it.
He definitely does. I mean, we talked about that before, but for this six-man tag, I gotta think it's make it or break it time if you're Don Fernando.
That is true. I will say this. You see Stud Stash and Rob Love, they're wearing all black. Don Fernando's wearing, looks like a dark red. Are they on the same page?
Maybe. I mean, it is a nice maroon, to be fair.
I know, but are they on the same page? I know he wants to join the kingdom, but are these three on the same page?
I can understand where you're coming from because he seems to stick out a little bit more than the rest. This one does not seem like the other, but we got to see where this lands. You know, he's got to show off in the ring. It's not just what he's wearing.
Very, very true. I mean, it all matters what happens between those ropes. I mean, if we're talking about coordinating our tag team uniforms, look no further than David Kidd, who I think has every color you could possibly have on your wrestling gear. My point is, I don't think that brings too much to the game as far as, you know, your colors and your coordination. I mean, it does always come down to what does that teamwork look like? Is Don Fernando going to be able to cooperate with Stud Stash and King Rob Love?
You know, you'd think something like that, but as a tag team guy, you know, I'm with Joey Hyder and H2 Easy. Coordination is a sign of, are we on the same page?
Okay.
You know, you got to look like a unit. You got to look like a team. You don't see the Cleveland Browns going out there wearing orange, and then the defense is wearing red.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. I can see your point there.
It's all a mindset.
But again, this is an application. So we are not even sure if he's able to make it into the kingdom just yet. I would assume that if he does, he would coordinate a little bit better.
That is a great point, Doctor the Wife.
Jesse James starting us off here. He's got the Don Fernando in that wrist lock.
And when you're Jesse James, that wrist lock is just a little bit more dangerous.
Absolutely. Don Fernando's finding out. You see him already trying to get to the ropes, but just pokes the professor in the eye.
He's trying to be as creative as possible, but Jesse James, creative himself.
As creative as possible. That's called cheating.
Well,
that's what that is.
Ooh, nice leapfrog.
Don Fernando. Going for a bit of a strut. Maybe not the wisest of choices there when you're in there with a man like Jesse James, making him pay for it.
Definitely not a wise choice by Don Fernando. Turn your back, give that man your back, and he answered with a kick.
But he did it. He's not done following it up with that rising knee strike. He's got Don Fernando hooked. Snap suplex out the corner.
Really making Don Fernando pay for giving him the back.
And you know what? The thing about Jesse James is, despite the fact that every now and then you can get something like that off, he is always calculating his next move. So that was the issue here that Don Fernando had, even though he had him on the floor. Jesse James was already calculating what he's going to do next.
And now that calculating falls to Eric Walker, the chaotic heart, the legal man in the ring. Drop toe hold takes down Don Fernando. Jesse James coming in with that thrust kick, catches him right in the jaw.
Now, I do have a question because we didn't really touch on Eric Walker a whole lot at the beginning as we did Jesse James and David Kidd. Why does Eric Walker have people calling him the chaotic heart exactly?
Well, I don't know how many of Eric Walker's matches you may have seen, JP Harlow, but I think chaotic is the best word to describe young Mr. Walker here. I mean, all these other performers, we can attribute some type of an offense to them. Jesse James, we've spoken to his martial arts stash, obviously a big, strong man. He's got more of a bruiser, brawler style. King Rob Love, more technical. Now, Eric Walker, from what I've heard from his opponents, having seen what he's done in the ring myself, he is very hard to plan for as far as a potential opponent.
So he's a bit of a wild card, that Eric Walker.
Exactly.
In the team, you got your strategist, you've got your executor, the guy that's going to touch down the plan. Then, of course, on every team, you got to have a wild card, baby.
That's it. That's it.
That's exactly what you have in Eric Walker.
King Rob Love taking the tag for the Kingdom. As he's the legal man, just pokes David Kidd in the eye.
He didn't see that coming, did he?
Ooh.
The A-plus wrestler taking that hard shot in the corner.
He saw his life flash before his eyes.
King Rob Love, he's got to watch it. He's got that big right hand, but just no, David Kidd.
What happened?
Saw it coming. I think David Kidd got ready for that punch and just slipped out of the headlock. King Rob Love frustrated. He's going for the eyes of David Kidd, it looks like.
He's trying to open his mind a little bit through the eyes.
You know, you guys are calling into question what just happened there. I think what had happened there was after David Kidd got poked in the eyes, you know, you can't see.
Yeah.
You know? So when Rob Love let go, what's David Kidd to do? Of course he's going to fall down.
Well, you know, the thing about David Kidd is he has those moments where out of nowhere he has these childlike inspirations. And in those inspirations, he just pulls off these amazing moves. And what you saw there is one of those things.
And do you know who these childlike inspirations are exactly?
It has to come from Miss Frizzle's class every now and then.
Frizzle.
Yeah, Miss Frizzle. She's always inspiring her children, taking them on a Magic School Bus ride.
Wait, are you telling me David Kidd is a graduate of the Magic School Bus?
I think he was the president of that
I
class.
feel like graduating is a strong term.
Okay. All right.
But King Rob Love fights David Kidd back to the corner. This big, hard shoulder block. Takes the A-plus student right to the ropes. Irish whip gets reversed. David Kidd now going for the sunset flip. Got the hard boot for his trouble, but right back with it with an arm drag. And another takes King Rob Love down. David Kidd still very much alive.
Speaking of inspirations, I think he's been watching some Ricky the Steamboat Dragon with them arm drags.
All right.
Ricky the Steamboat Dragon?
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Oh, there we go. We got there.
My dad, Mike. Come on.
It's right up there with stamina.
Learning with JP Harlow here at the Hybrid School of Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
King Rob
we're
Love.
always learning. You have to.
Taken down by David Kidd. Big shoulder tackle. The A+ wrestler determined to not let King Rob Love off easy, countering that arm drag with one of his own, or hip toss, excuse me. There's the arm drag.
Oh, wait a minute.
Big scoop slam takes the King down.
Boom!
David Kidd has been drinking that 2% milk.
He's got the muscles. Showing it off to the Kingdom. Studstash looking really upset. I wonder if the King is worried at this point.
I think if you're the King, this is definitely not going to plan at the very least. I mean, he's managed to fight David Kidd off, but there you go. Just nothing. That frustration is being taken out on David Kidd. Just that hard kick takes him down, and in comes the big man.
El bigote llegó. Mi gente.
What does
Make
that mean
room.
exactly?
That is the stash.
Oh, wow.
Yes, el bigote. That's what he's.
All
that's
those
what he
words
has
just to
been
say the
known.
stash?
Well, no. Well, 2 words. We'll give you that. We'll give you that.
It's a fascinating language.
It's a beautiful language.
It is a beautiful language.
So call it whatever you want, use whatever words you want to use. Studstash, when you're staring across the ring from this big man, you are in for a world of pain as David Kidd is unfortunately about to find out. Just a big slam takes him down.
Did you know that this man has been a bouncer before? He just got,
Oh, wow.
yeah, he just got the chance to show David Kidd that history.
He was a bouncer. Did he beat up everybody in the bar and they had
He
to
sure
close
did.
down?
He sure did. He is a man of the death match. So
Allegedly, though. Allegedly, though. His legal team can neither confirm or deny.
okay.
The big running drop kick from King Rob Love. That may have just knocked out David Kidd.
Oh, not yet.
Still alive. That may have been just on instinct more than anything else. Rob Love locking in that rear chin lock, trying to limit the air supply of David Kidd, trying to keep the Kingdom on top here in this match.
Still got some stamina, some power.
You know, to go back to an earlier point he made, Mike, things weren't going to plan for Rob Love earlier, of course, but Rob Love is a master strategist.
Yes.
He truly is the king on a chessboard, okay? He knew he had to get the big man in, the muscle, the executor of their team to get David Kidd back there.
Well, I guess to go off at that point, if King Rob Love is the strategist here, and there's this big master plan to bring in Studstash, why immediately come back in and just leave the big man to the outside?
You know, I can't explain every thought process that goes through the master strategist, but maybe Rob Love just wants David Kidd to suffer a little bit, or get a one-up on him.
That's definitely the kind of mindset I would expect from King Rob Love, to make his opponents suffer. David Kidd, however, determined to not let that happen, firing with those back elbows, getting out of that full Nelson as he comes in the corner with a big splash.
He has to be quick on his feet for this one, because any type of recovery you give your opponent, and there it is a bad idea.
Case in point, Doc, no sooner did you say it, came out of the corner with that big running lariat, and in comes Studstash, the big muscle for the Texas Kingdom, going on the attack. David Kidd is in some trouble. And again, just that hard head of Studstash being driven right to the back of David Kidd.
Now, it is interesting to know, if you guys have noticed, Rob Love and Studstash just keep tagging each other. This is a 6-man tag team match. They have kind of been neglecting Don Fernando in this match. They haven't been getting him in.
Well, you know, I understand. I see your point there, but I think this is a strategy that both of them have. They want to make sure that they give the opportunity to Don Fernando to at least make some headway, because if you remember in the last matches, Don Fernando hasn't been as successful in their eyes.
I understand that, but how does a person make headway when they're not getting tagged into the match to make said headway?
We're going to have to see.
Perhaps. Maybe it's just a little too late for Don Fernando. I mean, he has had some run-ins, shall we say, with King Rob Love, with Studstash, the Texas Kingdom as a unit. In his past few outings, maybe, and just maybe, if you're King Rob Love, if you're Studstash, maybe you've had these meetings. Maybe you voiced these misgivings about your potential applicants. And the big spear from David Kidd takes down King Rob Love. You gotta ask yourself, how do you factor in this unknown person into your team in a 6-man tag match?
You know, that is a good question, especially when you already have a built-in unit. But not to put myself over on commentary, but a few shows ago, Joey and I had to tag with Jimmy Wang Yang. You know, a WWE legend, of course, but it was hard to factor in a third person that you're not used to tagging to.
Okay.
Tagging.
Very, very true. I mean, I can only imagine. We're about to find out. Don Fernando coming in, taking on Eric Walker, who catches him with a lariat stud dash, gets him too. Shotgun dropkick. JP, you still want to ask me what Eric Walker brings to this matchup? There you go, right there, my friend.
Wild card, baby!
Leaping Enziguri in the corner from Eric Walker, and he's still not done, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's going up top, the high risk.
What's he doing?
What's
he doing? He's got a sandal?
He's got a chocolate.
Watch out now. Flying elbow, almost got the victory, but King Rob Love breaking up the pin, fighting off Jesse James, fighting off Eric Walker, and the big man Stud Stash making his presence felt.
Smorgasbord.
Oh boy, but we gotta now wonder, to your point before, JP, is Don Fernando now worried because he got the chance?
I mean, that is a fair point. When Don Fernando did get in this match.
Oh, did you see that? The tie fit. Oh! Accidentally hitting King Rob Love. I'm sorry to interrupt, but King Rob Love took a shot from Don Fernando and then Stud Stash.
And to go back to my earlier point, does him not coordinating his colors with his tag team partners mean they're not in the same mindset?
Oh.
And both these gentlemen now, team of David Kidd, Eric Walker, the big splash off the back of David Kidd, flying across the ring. David Kidd running senton. Jesse James with the Shining Wizard completing the trifecta. But
wait a minute.
But where did Rob Love and Stud Stash go?
They're giving it to him.
They won.
They're giving it to him.
King Rob Love, Stud Stash, they've left the match. Looks like, yes, wait, the official word. There are your winners, ladies and gentlemen. The Professor Jesse James, David Kidd, Eric Walker, Stud Stash, and King Rob Love. They've walked out on Don Fernando. See him right there in front of us. Don Fernando literally groveling in front of the Texas Kingdom.
I wonder if this was unexpected for Don Fernando, because he... Wait, what is that? Looks like...
What is that?
Deli meats. They're having lunch.
Ew.
I mean,
It might be candy.
Looks like recess time.
What?
Yeah. They're
my
having
gosh,
their
it is
lunch.
deli meat.
Yes, they're having their lunch.
Don't
here in
eat the
ring.
meat!
Hey,
Don't eat the meat!
you need your protein, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't eat bag meat!
Well, to your point, this is how David Kidd gets his big old muscle.
Oh my gosh.
Gets his protein in, and Don Fernando.
Well, fans, I mean, there you see it. There's the results of Don Fernando's application in the Texas Kingdom.
Rejected.
100%. That is going in the shredder. King Rob Love, Stud Stash, the Texas Kingdom making their way out of the hybrid school of wrestling. Don Fernando not far behind him, but I cannot believe he will be welcomed back with the Texas Kingdom.